taking over your life? With Cathedral Credit Union's debt consolidation loan, you can combine multiple debts.
Secondary School Football League clears the air. Opposition leader urges youth to speak up about programs for youth, and Youth Ambassador Youth unaware of CSME. Good evening, Tobago. I am Zoba Samuel. Thank you for tuning in to the Channel 5 News for Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. President of the Secondary School Football League, Maria Gonzalez, says that Tobago schools have not been put out of the competition. He sought to clear the air on the ongoing debate about exclusions of Tobago schools in the competition. More in this report.
President of the Secondary Schools Football League, Mary Reed Gonzalez, says Tobago's schools are not left out of the competition. He stated specifically that a solution is expected where teams from Trinidad can go to Tobago with ease.
With a number of views being expressed in Trinidad and in particular in Tobago. We have had some emergency meetings, more importantly with significant figures, and pending presently is most likely a solution or another solution that could work possibly in favor of everyone concerned. But in light of that, it's about ensuring that we are able to have easy access for monetary contribution so that teams, in particular from Trinidad who are traveling, will not in any way experience any level of discomfort, as we know fully well that the Tobago House of Assembly they have over the years provided, as I indicated, great support to the schools in Tobago.
One of the problems, according to Gonzalez, is that of financing, which he admits the SSFL is still working on.
That one of the main reasons as to why these proposals were provided for only the 2026 season is because of recognizing that we have a financial issue. While we are tremendously and highly appreciative of the valuable contribution made by our incumbent sponsors and even those that are interested in coming on board, and we also want to acknowledge the invaluable contribution and support of the Tobago House of Assembly in supporting the schools in Tobago for traveling purposes in particular. Underlying is still an issue with that traveling between Trinidad and Tobago and Trinidad. Now, mind you, over the many years, we would have had an arrangement with CAL, but that is providing that we have enough financial support to be able to accommodate that.
He outlined what the tournament will be like this year, which will include Tobago schools.
At this present moment, with the position as it is that there will be 15 schools in Trinidad that will play one round of games. So that means they'll have about 14 games. 14 schools in Tobago, they will play each other 4 times, of which they will have an average of 12 games for each of the 4 schools. The winner of or the top team in Tobago out of that group of 4 will now play or join the top 3 teams out of the 15 in Trinidad. And then in that group, we will determine the winner of the Secondary School Football League or its Premier Division 2026 season.
Chief Secretary Fali Augustine also commented on the issue, stating that the Tobago House of Assembly is considering taking legal action. Augustine shows that the Tobago House of Assembly supported the Tobago students who are participating in the SSFL, and former Sport Minister Shampaka Joe Lewis questioned why the Ministry of Sport was not intervening. Nadaline Singh for Channel 5 News.
Telecommunications Services of Trinidad and Tobago, TSTT, says negotiations with the Communications Workers Union, CWU, are ongoing despite statements by the CWU that they will shut down the company if their demands are not met. In its statement dated August 11th, the company says, quote, Telecommunications Services of Trinidad and Tobago Limited, TSTT, advises that negotiations with the Communications Workers Union, CWU, remains ongoing through the established collective bargaining process, and no settlement has been reached between the parties, end quote. TSTT adds that it remains committed to constructive engagement with the CWU in good faith, with the aim of reaching a possible and sustainable outcome in the best interests of employees and the organization. TSTT's statement comes on the heel of the union's warning that it is prepared to shut down all operations at the company if management backs away from the 10% wage increase. The union claims that the increase was agreed to. CWU President Joanne Ogier stated that the union is looking forward to concluding negotiations, especially as TSTT's financial performance for the year ended March 31st, 2026. An earthquake measuring magnitude 5.1 occurred off the coast of Venezuela early this morning. Tremors were recorded at a depth of 75 kilometers beneath the surface. According to the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, UESRC, the event occurred at 4:14 a.m. local time on Wednesday, August 12th. The automatic location placed the epicenter at approximately 113 kilometers west of Port of Spain, 77 kilometers east of Curapano, Venezuela. The proximity places the event just over 100 kilometers west of Port of Spain. The UESRC noted that its preliminary assessment was automatically calculated using computer algorithms and remains subject to revisions following further analysis from seismologists. The agency confirmed it continues to monitor seismic activity in the region and will issue official updates if parameters change. Meanwhile, rescue operations continue in Colombia following a 7.4 magnitude earthquake on August 10th. The death toll has risen to 250 according to the latest government figures. The lawsuit brought by the family of the 7-year-old Angelica Jogi, who was killed in a jet ski incident at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park, seems to be heading to court after the THA and other parties denied liability for the incident. More in this report.
The legal battle against the Tobago House of Assembly for the April incident where 7-year-old Angelica Jolie was killed is on the verge of heading to court, since attorneys from Freedom Law Chambers issued a pre-action protocol letter to the parties, but none responded. The Secretary of the Division of Legal Affairs, Adana Joseph Wallace, provided a response, saying she would prefer to allow matters to take their natural course in the court. On the 8th of April 2026, a jet ski broke into the bathing-only zone at Pigeon Point Heritage Park and crashed into the students and her family. She was pronounced dead at the Scarborough General Hospital. Attorneys from Freedom Law Chambers representing the family subsequently issued a pre-action protocol letter on the 15th of July to the House of Assembly, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, and the alleged jet ski operator. This is not the first time marine safety at Pigeon Point has reached the judiciary. In 2010, the High Court found the THA liable for a 2007 boating accident that left a teenager paralyzed and his girlfriend injured. Authorities will now face renewed scrutiny over beach protocol safety as this case unfolds against the House of Assembly regarding liability. Maxwell Taylor, Channel 5 News.
More news after the break. Stay tuned.
Credit Union.
You can make your goals unfold, go get it. You can live your dreams, join the team, let's do this. You can get the help you need to succeed. Run Credit Union, you can believe that you can achieve it. Today you can live that dream, pull up to the job and surround your week with Run Credit Union. Yes you can, yes you can.
Come in and live your best life today with Rand Credit Union.
Welcome back. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is urging youth to speak up about dismantling of a program for youth. According to Beckles, program for training youth are being dismantled. In her message marking International Youth Day, she says, quote, "Young people must not be silent about this. Speak out, ask questions and hold those in authority accountable when decisions threaten your opportunities, your families and your future. Your voice matters and you have every right to demand better." End quote. Emphasizing her party's role in empowering youth, she says the PNM has always given youth a chance. MPs Kareem Marcel, Hans Devines, Christian Birchwood, Senators Melanie Roberts-Rajman, Patrick Phillips, Sanjeev Budu, and the current leader of the PNM Tobago Island Council, Mrs. Shamfa Kajo-Lewis, are examples of young people who embraced opportunities to lead and contribute to Trinidad and Tobago. The Division of Youth Empowerment and Sport has committed to creating opportunities, building capacity and empowering Tobago's young people to thrive. This comes as it marks International Youth Day. More in this report.
The Globe to mark International Youth Day today, August 12th. Division of Youth Empowerment and Sport says at the division it remains committed to creating opportunities, building capacity and empowering Tobago's young people to thrive. In a Facebook post, the division says this year's observance also draws attention to young people in small island developing states, landlocked developing countries, and least developed countries, where challenges such as climate change, geographic isolation, and limited access to opportunities can create additional barriers. The division says it is important to equip young people with future-ready skills from equitable digital and AI literacy to human-centered competences such as critical thinking, creativity, adaptability, and resilience. It notes while young people may grow up in different countries, communities, and circumstances, many of their aspirations are universal: the desire for dignity, quality education, decent work, meaningful inclusion, and sustainable future. This year's theme is Different Contexts, Common Aspirations. According to the United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, young people are already leading the way as organizers and innovators, but to go further, they need access to the skills that will shape the future, from critical thinking and problem-solving to digital literacy. Natalie Singh for Channel 5 News.
Nurses have 2 complaints concerning health care, which they say contravene standards for health care. President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association, Heidi Stewart, is calling for more beds to be put in hospitals throughout the country.
Every year, more and more beds are needed, more and more hospitals are needed, because we are not tackling the root problem. And it's the same thing with crime. Same exact thing happening with crime. We are focusing on the symptoms not focusing on the root cause.
The second issue is the availability of adequate personal protective equipment, which is not available for use by nurses.
It means it is either the nursing staff brings their own gloves to work. It means that they wash gloves and use. It means use your bare hands and hope your hand washing techniques are perfect. That is what it means. But ultimately it means the patient care would be compromised. It is part of the agreement that they provide uniform and shoe allowance for the staff of the institution. I mean, it's very small. It's $200 and something, but they can't even afford to do that.
The nurses highlighted their issues during an interview on a radio station in Trinidad earlier today. Stay with us. More news after the break.
Does it feel like your loan repayments and monthly bills are taking over your life? With Cathedral Credit Union's debt consolidation loan, you can combine multiple debts into one convenient monthly payment, making it easier to manage your finances and reduce stress. Borrow up to $150,000 with repayment periods of up to 7 years, giving you the flexibility to take control of your financial future. One loan, one payment, less stress. Because financial peace of mind should be simple. Visit Cathedral Credit Union today. Call 868-235-6947 or visit cathedralcutt.com. Cathedral Credit Union. Member owned, member focused.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Welcome back. Outgoing CARICOM Youth Ambassador Luke James Trim does not believe that youths know how to sign up for CARICOM, single market and economy when they graduate from school so they can get a job.
But young people don't know how to access it. For example, I could finish a degree now and there are no opportunities say in Trinidad and Tobago, but there's an opportunity there in St. Lucia or opportunity there in the Bahamas. But we don't know how we can really go about, accessing this document that could give us the freedom of movement to work and contribute to another country.
James Trim dismisses the narrative that it is considered to be a brain drain for youths to leave their country and work for another country.
The context of young professionals and also university students. A lot of people would like to access opportunities outside of Trinidad and Tobago, but they don't know how to access the CSME. They don't even know how to sign up for it. And then there is this glaring issue or stigma that when a young person leaves the country, it's brain drain. But when you look at it from a different perspective, it's actually a young person contributing to another country, which really breeds and, achieves the entire concept of the CSME.
James Trim recommends what he calls the Graduation Mobility Initiative, which is when a younger person finishes their degree, they should be given access to CSME on a mandatory basis, so they are not finishing their degree with a piece of paper only. The youth will have access to travel and work outside the country. Technology company Go4 Rideshare believes it can contribute to improving Tobago's economy. The company is a technology company owned by Tobagonian Sean De Freitas. He says he believes the only way to boost Tobago's economy is through transportation.
If we could provide a way or a system by which people could get ubiquitous transportation in Tobago 24/7, right? Travel back and forth, then that would allow businesses to stay open later. That would allow more commerce, right? More visitation. Tourists could visit tourist sites and so forth ubiquitously across the island. So what you saw on the screen there is what we call pickup point program, right? Where businesses could actually participate in this program, meaning once a sticker or a sign like this is placed on your business, that allows your employees as well as customers visiting the business to automatically receive a 30% discount on the rideshare platform. So what that does, Brother B, is it's enticing customers, tourists, and people to visit the business.
And for entrepreneurs, the freighter says the Go4 can be a side hustle for someone who wants to earn extra money.
It's a huge push for entrepreneurs to sign up to the platform, download the app, or go to TITL up in Signal Hill. They'll sign up for you in 4 minutes. 4 minutes, literally, if you have all the documentation. You complete the code of conduct training. You complete the training on how to use the app efficiently. We show you different ways of how to earn extra money, right? Side hustles like, you know, you go in New York, you go jump into Uber, they'll sell you a bottle of water while you're in the car and stuff. You know, we teach them different ways to make money, to revitalize the economy.
The freighters was speaking on the Rise and Shine show today. Now we take a look at the weather for Wednesday, August 12, 2026. Tonight, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with scattered showers or periods of rain. There is a low to medium 30 to 40% chance some showers may get heavy and or thundery. Mostly settled night despite the few lingering showers. Tomorrow, variably cloudy with a slightly hazy and breezy with a few showers, some of which may get heavy during early morning. Mostly fair but hazy night with the isolated shower and a light breeze. Winds may gust in or near heavier showers and or thunderstorms. Landslips possible in areas so prone. Seas slight to moderate. Winds east-northeast to east 5 to 40 kilometers per hour. Waves in open waters 1 meter to 2 meters. In sheltered areas 1 meter, occasionally choppy. Forecast is high 30 degrees Celsius and forecast for low is 24 degrees Celsius. Let's recap our headlines. Secondary School Football League clears the air. Opposition leader urges youth to speak up about program for youth. And youth ambassador youth unaware of CSME. That does it for us tonight at the Channel 5 News Desk. I am Zoba Samuel saying have a good night and stay safe.